made this beat?
Welcome to Say Like a Champ, episode 345. It's your boy A-Dub.
And your boy Striz. Welcome back, SLAC fam. What's good with you? How you feeling, my brother?
I'm feeling good, man. It's been a kind of a whirlwind day. Like it feels like it's been a long day already, but that's all good. Great to be back with the SLAC family, but do gotta put that caveat in. We're doing a little bit of movie magic. We are doing a pre-record today. Got some things going on tonight and some things to enjoy. So we want to say thank you, SLAC fam, for being out there, for supporting us. Keep the comments coming. Keep that discussion going on the side. We want to know how you guys are feeling about the topics that we're going to hit today. And, we'll just knock a couple out and then keep it moving. But how are you doing on this fine Tuesday?
I'm feeling good, man. It's funny because Tuesday, for some reason, it already feels like this, like it's been a long week. I've actually been really, really busy. I got some meetings that I'm orchestrating. They're all the same meeting, but different audience for each time. And then I got to get ready for another meeting that I have every Tuesday of every month. So a busy week. It's only Tuesday. Tired, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. We'll get it done, and after next week we'll go back. We'll be back to normal. So should be good, man. But aside from that, everything's cool.
Yeah, I feel you, man. Same thing. Like your boys are out here making it happen. We're still making sure that we're making time for the podcast and being there for you. And then also, we're fathers, man. We're trying to hold it down for our family as well, and that can't be set aside. So, while our streak is so important to us, and we always gonna keep that going, we got lots going on. So yes, we appreciate your understanding. Just like y'all are our SLAC family, we're here for y'all too. So that's what's up. All right, just a couple topics this week. We wrapped up college basketball, so we want to give tip the cap to Michigan. Man, we talked about it last week. The Duke and UofA game was crazy.
Oh, my Duke. Okay,
yeah. That game was crazy. But then UofA, man, Michigan took them out. And being from the Cactus State, I thought, man, UofA always gets close. But I was like, this is their best chance. This is the time. I thought for sure they were going to lock it down and get it done. Now it's back to it's like one of those things because they don't always get there, man. I don't know, and a lot of that team is probably going to be gone too. So, were you shocked? Because I thought after Duke went down, okay, this is UofA's tournament to win.
Yeah, same. I picked Duke to win, but I think they were just a little. They're so good, but they're also really young. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I think that kind of got in the way of that a little bit. But yeah, once they went down, I'm not gonna lie, I was sure UofA like this was it. Like you said, if you were gonna win a championship, this was definitely it. And then they kind of blew that. And funny enough, man, Michigan actually didn't shoot the ball very well, and they still kind of beat them up. You know what I mean? So again, UofA had chances. You know what I mean? They had plenty of chances to steal that game, and they couldn't get it done, man. So hats off to them, though. I'll be honest, I actually thought UConn was gonna win it. Get another one. I think if they would have won, it would have been 3 times in 4 years. You know what I mean?
That's pretty legit.
Which is crazy. But I mean, even just being there, 4 times is crazy. So, UConn is definitely back. Is definitely back, in my opinion, in regards to their program. So yeah, man, I'm curious to kind of see what that program continues to do and the talent that they continue to bring there. So we can see them back again next year for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, and in college basketball and in NIL transfer portals days, I feel like it's even harder to create a dynasty. So definitely got to give a shout out to Coach Hurley in the building the culture, if you will.
Yeah,
at the
100%.
So, but also I think these guys are going to start recruiting because basketball is a little bit different. I think these guys, in general, the big players are going to start recruiting a little differently. It's gone of the days of Kentucky where you just try to get all the blue chippers.
Oh, yeah.
You want to have 1 or 2, but you want to get a couple guys that are 1 tier below, so you can have them for 3 or 4 years, and then you can build a real team. I think that there's going to be some new style recruiting at play. not always just get the best players. It's get the best players you can, but the ones that are gonna stay for a couple of years. And
Oh,
not
for
just
sure.
dip out.
Exactly.
The one and dones is hard to put it all together around, especially when you're beating teams during the regular season like nothing, and then you only have the hard games once you get to the tournament when it really counts.
And that makes it so difficult. It makes it so difficult too, like you said, with the NIL and the transfer portal. It's just harder to get all of those players. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, the years of everyone going to Duke, everyone going to UNC, everyone going to Kentucky, like those are seriously over. Yeah. So you really do have to kind of pick and choose. Like a lot of times with these guys, with their eyes on a one and done year, it's hard to build around that. You know what I mean? Those guys are not saying they're not team players, but they're really looking out for themselves. They're really looking at that next level,
which they should too. Like so,
the way championship be nice, of course, but at the end of the day, we still trying to get drafted number 1 overall. You know what I mean? Especially if you have that opportunity. So, yeah, man. Like I said, I agree. I think future moves for these players is going to change a little bit. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, for sure. Other thing on men's college basketball that you actually mentioned, or you wanted to make sure we mentioned Mike Malone being hired as the UNC coach.
Yeah.
We feel like I think we agreed, like we talked about on the show, and that's the cool thing about having 345 weeks in a row of the show, right? Is like we're already on wax about stuff. Like if we need to go back, like we already kind of we have like a running dialogue of all the things that have happened.
For sure.
And way back when Mike Malone got fired, we were like, man, they kind of did him dirty, and we acknowledge he's a good coach.
Oh yeah.
So him going to the college ranks and how he can use that, he's got a championship ring. That speaks volumes too on the NBA level. So I like it. What do you think? And you're a UNC fan too.
Yeah, man, I love it actually. I'll be honest. I was one of the people who thought Mike Malone being fired from Denver was premature. You know what I mean? Like it's like you got to be joking where it's like you can win a championship and then the following year when you're not doing as well, big time because of injuries. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like you had Aaron Gordon out. Jokic missed a slight bit of time, but between Aaron Gordon and what's their point guard's name? Jamal Murray, both of them missed significant time last year, a lot of times at the same time, and they still let them go. And right now, they're one of the worst defensive teams in the league. You know what I'm saying? So,
and they let them go like a week or two before the playoffs.
Yeah, that's crazy. You know what I mean? So, I just the NBA, man, like it's crazy the way they be doing coaches, bro. Like if you're not winning right now, right away, and always, like you're out of here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm actually happy for him. I think he should do really well at UNC. I was never a big fan of the hire. Truth be told, like I love our brothers getting opportunities for sure, but I just wasn't a big fan of the hire. But I don't know, man. I think this could be a step in the right direction, I think, for UNC, because we've been kind of muddling out for the last couple of years. So hopefully we can turn things around. But I'm excited for it though.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's kind of cool. I'm excited to see how he does there as well. Yeah. On the women's side, here in the Valley too, and it's like, dang, I wish I would have went to the Final Four. Now I had so much going on, though that wasn't going to happen. But right. Here in the Valley, we had the women's Final Four, which was really cool. There were some concerts, a lot of stuff going on in the city, which was awesome. Got to give a shout out to UCLA winning their first championship in history, in women's basketball history. So now they have one on each side, right? Men's and women's, because they used to win all the time back in the John Wooden days. So shout out to UCLA. They took South Carolina out, which I was surprised by. South Carolina has been the heavy hitter. Coach Staley is the new Pat Summer.
Facts.
So I was like, oh man, now that South Carolina took out took out Geno and UConn, like that was the major threat. They were the undefeated team. I thought, they're going to go ahead and roll, but UCLA did their thing. But the bigger story for me of the weekend was the dust up between Geno Auriemma and Coach Staley. What did you think though about the women's Final Four, and did you have some thoughts on the little?
Man, it's I don't know. I understand this is basically the upper echelon of sports is obviously the pros, and right below that is D1 D1 sports, right? So there's a lot of competitive nature there. You're frustrated because your team lost and things of that nature. But when you kind of hear the reason as to why he was mad, having to wait 3 minutes for a pregame handshake, and for him to kind of erupt the way he did, it's like I know I do feel that his apology was sincere. The words that he had used and spoke, I think were the right words to say. You know what I mean? But when you look back at it, like you just look like an idiot. You know what I mean? Like when it's all said and done, and obviously we hate to go on this route, but at the end of the day, like you're a man, she's a woman. This is women's basketball. You're a white man, she's a black woman. That makes it even worse. Exactly. Yeah. There's so many layers to this, so I think it just makes it look so bad. I think from him, and obviously, man, UConn women's basketball. He's a staple. You know what I mean? Like he's done so much for women's sports and basketball over the last couple of years. He's gotten so many women in college paid in the pros, first round overall picks from UConn. Like, you know what I mean? So to see this happen, it was kind of like, dang, like,
we don't need
exactly. Like we don't need that. Like, this ain't it. Especially over 3 minutes. You know what I mean? Like you were mad about 3 minutes.
And he represented it in the post game as if he didn't get a handshake at all.
Exactly, like, and he did.
Like he was like, I waited 3 minutes for her to shake her hand and she didn't come. Like, so it made it seem like even that too.
Right.
And there's a million cameras. So no, I agree with you. Like he like you said, like, I mean, he set a standard. Like he obviously has been doing this a very long time. And yeah, you would just hate to see a person of that stature and of that experience,
right,
act like that. And I feel like he was just being like a big baby, and he was mad that his team got that ass whooped. Like, that's what it boils down to. Yep. And so I agree the apology was like nicely worded. But two things I didn't like about it is, like, one, he didn't mention Coach Staley specifically.
True.
Because he did say like their staff, like, or whatever. Right. Yeah, which is like, you didn't go at their you didn't go at their staff though. You went at her. Like so I feel like, maybe mentioning her specifically would have been nice. Obviously, you can't tell somebody how to apologize, and we're just critiquing because that's what we're doing. But like, I'm that's kind of whack. And then the other thing too is, like, he didn't acknowledge, like, dude, you were frustrated, like, or what I didn't like is, like, in he did like the mid-quarter interview and then he did the post game. Like, at no point did he like acknowledge like that he might have went too far. Like, he was like, yeah, I stand by what I said. This is and like trying to make excuses and reason for it. It shouldn't take you, when you're that stature, it shouldn't take you a day or even so many moments. I get in the heat of the moment, but once you got back to the locker room and chilled and whatever and did all that, like, at no point did you be like, man, I took it too far. I feel like he thought his stature was going to carry him through and be like, I was justified when he wasn't. Like, so that's the part that's crazy.
South Carolina's coach did say that he was like, yeah, we talked it out. Everyone needs to turn the page because, they, at the end of the day, it's between those two, you know what I mean? That they got to hash that out. And so, but I agree with both your points, man. Like you said, number one, it wasn't really about her staff. It was about their coach. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you really should have apologized directly to her. That's number one, like you said, you know what I mean? And then the other one too, again, just like, you're an adult, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're an adult, you're a full-fledged adult. Like, yes, like you said, heat of the moment, cool, but like, come on, man, 15 minutes later, you're probably, 15 minutes later, you're in the locker room, you're like, dang, I hella overreacted. Like, you gotta know
that's a bad look. Like, that's a bad look.
And you know it too. Like, so it's like, it come post game, like you said,
don't try
that would have been the perfect. That would have been the perfect spot to be like, I was way out of line. I can't wait to to talk to them and their staff and just apologize for everything that's happened. You know what I mean? Like, because realistically, like, this is the Final Four. Like, I understand, like, most of the time, yes, there's pregame handshakes, things of that nature, but bro, as a head coach, you're trying to make sure everything's aligned. You're trying to make sure your starters were where they're supposed to be. You also see her shaking hands with the referees as well as the
his whole staff too.
Yeah, like just everybody. Even the television crew, everybody. You know what I mean? So like, man, there's a lot going on. Like this is a nationally televised game, so like you just gotta.
Because she wasn't ready when you were. Like
exactly, yeah, exactly. It's like, come on, man. Like end of the day, shake her hand at the end of the game, exactly like it happened, and then it was just weird because he like shook her hand and then erupted. It was like, what?
He was like, I'm gonna stand on this tradition and then I'm gonna go off and be like,
yeah.
But I think too, like, change the scores, reverse the scores. He's not gonna mention nothing about the first half. Like he's not gonna mention anything about the pregame handshake.
Of course not.
If his team won by 20, he would have walked over there and been like, whatever, and kept it moving.
For sure.
So you can't tell me the tirade isn't because your team got your ass whooped. And I think like he was obviously 2 games away from an undefeated season.
Yeah,
he's 72 years old. I think in his mind he was like, it's written. I win this thing undefeated. I go out on a championship and I retire. Like now he's mad because he's got to pack his bags for a whole nother year. You know what I'm saying? Like
for sure.
That's why he was really pissed. And I feel like that's the real ultimate thing. So good stuff there though. That was good stuff.
Agree wholeheartedly, man. Like it's definitely a bad look.
When Coach Staley was like, I will whoop Geno's, like I was like, I kind of put my money on her. Like
me too.
Man. She would hobble that man if she had to. So she's really cool though. I mean, we've seen her
super dope.
She's super cool. So I like what she said too afterwards. She's like, I'm of integrity. Like I don't know what's going on, but this is whatever. And I like how she said, but we move on. Like we move on from our situations, but also like we're moving on to the next round.
Right, yeah,
that was like a low key double entendre that I love.
Oh yeah,
her
players love her, man. You could tell they were up there like high fiving her, like just like, yeah, you got it. Don't even worry about it. Like you got it. Like you're you, be you, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, you can just tell, man. Like I said, man, the best coaches are the ones who can relate to their players and things of that nature. And she does that so well with her players. They love her.
Yeah, absolutely. So shout out to them, but again, too, we gotta give a shout out to UCLA because I thought after that too, I was like,
me too.
South Carolina coming in strong, feeling confident. I was like,
bro, if it was available, I would have put South Carolina by 30. If like I didn't think UCLA had a chance at all. Truthfully, I was like, it's a wrap.
But that was really cool, and that's definitely why they play the game. So, Geno was rooting so hard though for UCLA too. He was like, all right, good stuff there. I think the only thing we're gonna knock out really quickly, NFL, we're still prepping for the draft. Still got a couple weeks though, so nothing too crazy going on that side. MLB is ramping up, but you know, we've seen some exciting debuts. We've seen some rookies come in already and have impact, which is really cool.
White Sox rookie.
Yeah, White Sox rookie. Even the Diamondbacks rookie, he hit 2 home runs in his debut, which is dope.
Yeah. Yep.
So I like when the younger players come flash up, and it's always interesting to see once they got the tape on you, they're gonna adjust to you. Can you adjust again? Like it's easier to come out and kind of surprise somebody, but what's the long haul look like?
Yep.
So that'll be dope.
Facts.
NBA though, that was the other thing we're gonna talk about. 1 week left of the regular season, and then the play-in playoff start.
Yeah.
And so we'll see what happens. But the Lakers are cooked, man. I think it's over for them. Luka out, Austin Reeves out, LeBron back to the number 1 option with some scrubs. And the thing is, they might maybe get the first round, depending on where they land. Maybe they get out of the first round, but I don't even know if they get out of the first round. And it's not really, to me, disrespect to LeBron. It's just he can't carry like he used to. Like
exactly. It's like we're earlier stages of his career, with Cleveland, you're used to watching LeBron take just him and a bunch of shooters, you know what I'm saying, to
he's like, we're gonna figure it
playoffs.
Yeah.
Things are a little bit different now. He's in the West, so it's way harder. But I agree, man. Like I mean, the reason why LeBron's able to have some of the games that he's had this year, in my opinion, are because he's playing with Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like I said, man, like it's not that LeBron's he's capable. You know what I'm saying? Like at any given night, LeBron will give you 30, he'll give you a triple-double, he'll give you a double-double with this. Like he's very, very capable still. But can he do this with this team specifically? I don't know. You know what I mean? It's tough. Like it depends on who they play in the first round. You know what I'm saying? But I know Luka was trying to go to Europe for a second opinion type stuff. But I mean, let's be realistic, dog. The hamstring is no joke, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
Not when
like,
you're trying to do what you're trying to do. Like,
exactly. Like I hate to say it, but you might just need to just pray to the basketball gods and hope LeBron can make something crazy happen and you get back healthy. Because don't pull a KD trying to come back thinking you feel okay, because that's not how the hamstring works.
Well, and you know from your studies, man, my boy is highly educated.
You know what I'm
saying? And I know from my experience of being fat boy fresh and trying to move around, when something happens with your leg, it's you're either gonna compensate or you're gonna start trying to do something different, and then everything else is starting to work harder, and it's only a matter of time before you do more damage if you don't just chill. So that's gonna be important to see. I don't mean it like this, but it's like if they go out first round and Luka can't come back, like that's okay. Like
I know, because that's your future.
Yeah, it just sucks that like their season, can turn like that in one game, like those two injuries. But that's the way, that's the way it goes. That's the why you play the game. Because you just never know what's going to happen. But to the people that were hating on JJ Redick saying like, oh, you shouldn't be playing him, it doesn't really matter. It's like, no, you can't take the last like 2 weeks of the season off. Like they were in a good spot with the seeding, but it's like you're still playing for stuff. Like, and I think maybe this is just more evidence of like reduce the scheduled games, but don't. But if you're going to keep the season this long, you got to have people playing.
Yeah, and it's crazy too because I don't think a lot of people even understand too. All these people constantly complain about this stuff are obviously just like non-athletes, never played basketball a day in their life. They love it, but they never played before. You don't realize and understand that the more time you take off, the more prone you are to injury. It's not the opposite. It's not the other way around. Your body relaxes and it gets to a point where you're just you're not in go mode. You miss too much time. That's why when you come back from injury, you're on like a minute restriction. It's like, hey, look, we can't just put you in here right away. Like, you might be 15, 20 minutes, the first 1, 2, 3 games, and then we can get you back to your regular normal minutes. But people don't understand that. So it's like they're over here like, oh, you gotta keep your mouth. I'm like, playoffs are about to start. You need these guys ready. You know what I'm saying? Like. And
the Lakers looked like they were peaking too. Like they were like it was coming. They were like 13 of the last,
like 40. Like they were hooping. They were hooping. They got DeAndre Ayton finally, realizing his role. Yeah. You know what I mean? We just need you to clock the paint, get some boards, dog. We don't need you to do nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but when your big three goes from Austin Reeves, Luka Doncic, and LeBron to now LeBron, Rui, and Ayton, that's a little different perspective.
It's
probably going to be the Timberwolves in the first round. So maybe, depending on how they play, but they could still get the Rockets or the Nuggets or even the Suns, maybe, which that would be kind of scary. Honestly, I don't want to see that, but I wouldn't be surprised if that happened because the Suns always catch us when we're down. They always get the Lakers. So
for sure. That's true too, and it's funny. The Suns kind of being the team that they are this year. They're very good defensively, man. They're a very good defensive team. They're doing things different this time around. You know what I mean? So
if that does happen in the first round, I would love to sneak to a game, but I think it would just be so expensive.
Probably it would be kind of dope though. We could make that happen. That would be sick.
Maybe we'll just get the last minute
first round Lakers, LeBron. Oh yeah, I can feel my pockets emptying.
Yeah. Even more so if it would have been Luka too, though. So
Oh my god!
But I feel like if Luka and AR didn't get hurt, there's no way they would even slip that far down to play them.
Yeah.
I don't know. So
for sure, easily.
We'll see.
I saw they're playing the Thunder tonight. I think they're like a 18-point underdog, and I was like,
well, yeah, they played them last. But that was the game actually. It was like 1 week ago, right?
Yeah,
for
sure.
It was like but they got smacked and they lost their guys. So that sucks, man. But but we'll be here for the matchups. Once we get the playoff matchups locked in, probably around this time next week, we'll check that out. But the last thing I have that I wanted to just do, we're gonna end it on a little bit of switch up. But that's pretty much it. Definitely leave your comments about the different situations we talked about, and let us know how you're feeling. We can talk more about it next week too when we catch Marcus's.
Oh yeah. True.
But I wanted to put this little thing up. I put this together and it's perfect timing. Check this out if it pops up. That's my cool. Boy right there.
That's cool. And I'm wearing the same
shirt. And you're wearing the same thing. When I seen you,
wearing the same shirt. That's crazy. Yeah, that's so cool. Where'd you get that from? Where'd you make that from? That's sick.
I was messing around with some AI prompts, and I was like, I'm gonna try to get one for my boy.
That's crazy.
So there you go, man. That's you with your Blurred Street compadres behind you, man, with your squad.
I need that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna send that over.
That.
Yeah.
Send that for sure.
Yeah, so that was just a little something I was messing with earlier today, and I was like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna put this together for my boy. So why not just put it out here, display it on Slack? So look for this coming soon on Strizzy's Instagram or something.
Oh, for sure, definitely gotta put that up. That's so sick.
Yeah. So anyway, just a little something for your boy. I've been trying to mess with these prompts more and more, man. Trying to get smart. So
yeah, I need that.
Yeah,
that's sick. I appreciate you.
All right, yeah, for sure, man. It's always love and much love to our brother Marcus. I know he had a busy week, so I'm glad to give him a little bit of time back because, man, he was working, man. Easter, he was going, and he didn't even get to play golf yesterday, man. I was man, he's on that grind, so we got to give him a shout out as well. And then all the Slack family, we appreciate you being here with us. But until next time, it's your boy A-Dub
and your boy Strizzy.
Peace.